And we should be live. Let me double check here real quick, just to make sure.
It's saying still waiting for Ace, but there it goes.
Alright, it's going for me as well. Alright,
Yeah.
hello everyone, Ace here, and today I am joined by a guest, Asmogan.
Hello.
And today we are going to be jumping straight into Marvel's Warhammer 40k Sisters of Battle. And they do spell it out as Warhammer 40,000 rather than 40k, because, of course, so if you're trying to look for this, you'll have to type it in as Warhammer 40,000, or else you'll get some weird links and all that. But, yeah. So this is the sequel to Marneus Calgar that we have all been waiting for. Yay.
I really hope it doesn't end up actually being. I'm really hoping it's actually good.
I have skimmed through it a little bit. I haven't really read too much, but I have skimmed through it, and I can confirm that it is the same art style as the Calgar comic. But we'll see if the actual writing is any good. So let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we?
Ready?
All right. I'll just read the page 2 here. Brother Caciel says, "I hail thee, comrades." Welcome aboard, Caciel.
So,
Alright, so. For more than 10,000 years, the living corpse of the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne. The Imperium of Man is beset from every side. Against those besieging forces, the Sisters of Battle hold the line and lead the charge against the dissidents that would stand against the Emperor. For the Sisters, there are no shades of grey, only faithful and heretics, only the penitent and soon to be punished. The Sisters of Battle are prepared to deliver retribution in the grim darkness of the far future. There is only war.
sounds correct so far. And you could argue that the whole leads the charge is a bit like the Imperial Guard lead the charge technically if we're going by sheer numbers and actual battle structure, but that's a nitpick.
Indeed. Ilusha says, "I got booze, my body is ready." Alright, so this also shows us who is going to be responsible for this particular comic. As to whether or not it is any good or not, we will, like I said, see. So, do you want to start the first, the main character, or shall I?
Is that a guy or a girl? They look beat up, so.
I honestly can't tell.
I'll go with dude for now, I guess.
Alright, Cecilia, surface level.
It is the ultimate cruelty. For a few moments, the magistrate hears his music hidden in the tormented screams of the battlefield. And he smells the deep life burgeoning deep down in the rotting flesh of the dead. He tastes the sweetness of his first kiss on his lips. And the memories of his victories flash through his mind clear as day. He is filled with hunger, a desperate craving for more of everything. Never has he desired life like this before, which is the point, of course.
Alright, next page, I think.
Alright.
Well, I didn't see any additional lines, nope.
Because it makes his death all the sweeter. Are we actually gonna sing that, or... Actually, who's singing that?
I guess we can do it together. Although I don't know the tune of it, we can... From the
Something lyrical.
I don't know what the tune would be, so let's just do it like a prayer, so as normal, I guess.
Alrighty.
From the blasphemy
of
the fallen, our Emperor
Emperor
deliver us.
Alright, you want to voice that guy in the background?
Alright. Your heresy will not go unpunished. Repent while you still can.
Your emperor means nothing to me.
Can you not hear the sacred song? The Adeptus Sororitas are here. Turn to his light, my son.
From the begetting of demons.
Save your soul. You are about to die.
Speak for yourself.
Our
Emperor delivers us.
Zach Kilgore says, finally able to catch one of these. Miguel Perez says, need more Blood Angels. Eli, I'll call this dude Eli, says, be more, be me. Okay. New Warhammer content. Sisia. Sector Celadon. Subsector Ophidian. Segmentum Obscurus. Sisia is a minor mining world on the fringe edge of the Celadon sector. The virtually barren surface conceals a complex subterranean network of industrial infrastructure, factories, mines, and refineries. Built in the ruins of an ancient civilization believed to have died out before the Age of Strife, rich in natural minerals, but poor in everything else. The indigenous population spends most of their life underground and rarely, if ever, see the sun that governs their long day cycles and lingering weeks. Ever in demand, the production of promethium, the fuel that powers the war machines and ships of the surrounding sector, never ceases. Due to the harsh conditions of the mines and polluted environment in the city, life expectancy is well below subsector averages. The citizens are therefore allowed and encouraged to join the workforce at an early age to further their time in the Emperor's service. Thought for the day? An idle life is a life of treason.
Alright, so far, it's going pretty good. I'm not getting any... So far, no bullshit.
Yep, so far not too bad. Of course it can change, but so far not too bad.
I'll take what I can get. Alright. Hold on, whoops, I double clicked. There you go. Alright. Are you voicing her, or would you like me to?
I guess I can voice her.
Alright, so you're the one with the black hair with the white streak.
Okay. Are you certain, Gita?
This is the entrance, I am sure, sister. Superior Cassia.
This is Superior Cassia.
I think that's...
I'll take this one too, I guess.
Okay.
The Novitate is quite right.
How would you know, Candidus Viridian? Or...
Because
Viridian?
Because Cassia, when people are fleeing from somewhere, that is inevitably our destination.
Alright,
From
one,
the curse of the
two...
mutant.
From the Curse of the Mutant, sorry.
I thought we were gonna read it out. I believe that's still me at the bottom. I believe it is.
Yep.
The hymnals have begun, which means the battle is but a few hours away. I, for one, would like to be there for it. Remember, whatever we encounter, our orders are to complete our mission and get out before the main offensive begins. The planetary defense is engaged at the front, leaving this path undefended until we reach the inner city. I want you all to stay vigilant.
Our Emperor
Emperor
deliver us.
Alright.
I guess I can voice this. We have no reason to believe we will be welcome here. Is that what I think it is?
Aye. What is the significance of the flowers, Hida?
Alright, you wanna... Alright, I guess I can voice that. Let me just... Cerisium erzon. It is of the local flora, a valuable commodity used for some local remedies, and tea for the more affluent inhabitants.
It means... Yes, Novieta Gita. It means that the city is not lost. There are true believers here still, Canoness.
He is walking in the Emperor's light now. Chum chum chum. Sisters!
Jump cut.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so looking pretty solid so far.
Yeah, not too bad so far. I guess I don't know.
Go ahead with them.
I don't know if this is who this voice is going to be for.
I could only guess.
The Inquisitor?
It's either the Inquisitor or her. The middle.
Yeah, it's the Inquisitor.
Right.
8 people, Canoness Oris. You sent 8 people. Fiery Heart, Retribution class battleship, Cecia's orbit.
The cherub transcribing the conversations in Canoness Preceptor Oris' presence does so with diligence. Not 8 people, Inquisitor. 7 battle sisters of the Orders Militant? Not Ordos Militant? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Orders
weird.
Militant. And 1 sister, Dialogus, the last at your request. But the servitor's program fails to catch the nerves in Oris, and Oris's voice as she speaks. It goes unnoticed by Inquisitor Ander, too, who only sees the woman as he has heard her described. A veteran of countless battles, faithful, unfailing, unwavering.
I thought I had sufficiently communicated the importance of this mission, yet you...
You asked for secrecy and efficiency. I sent our best. My sisters will locate and free your acolyte. And get him off the planet before the battle begins.
But what...
If he is still alive, they will get him out, Inquisitor Ander.
But it is there, hidden in her tone.
Emperor willing, what is the situation on the planet?
A tint of uncertainty born of too many things not adding up, too many contradictions, too close to battle.
Volatile. We have yet to establish communication with the planetary defense. The little information we have is either outdated or from unreliable sources. What we do know is that untold damage has been done to the refineries in the city.
Wait, adjust where I'm sitting.
Okay.
And a quite unfamiliar feeling of being out of her depth.
As Sissia provides most of the promethium for the sector, the Imperium is pressuring us to eradicate the enemy before more of the planet's industrial infrastructure is destroyed. We are deploying the forces as soon as the rest of the fleet arrives.
What about my acolyte letters? Have they been decoded?
The Dialogi are working on it. So far, they failed to shine a light on how what was reported as a workers' riot less than 30 days ago has turned into a full-blown religious war.
Keep decoding them, Oris. I have faith they will in the end. So, Brother Olace asks, isn't it disrespectful to interrupt an Inquisitor?
It is, but if there is anyone in the Imperium who would do it, it would probably be a sister. But usually the circumstance would be something that would offend their religious stance. Sisters aren't afraid to spit in the face of an Inquisitor if they believe the Inquisitor isn't being, how should we say, faithful enough to the Emperor. But this isn't one of those circumstances, so a sister would normally be incredibly respectful to an Inquisitor. At the same time, however, I'm not entirely sure specifically if... I'm not specifically assured whether or not this relationship between this Inquisitor and this Sororitas is more familiar than the average. Like, I don't know if they know each other, so it might be a case of familiarity breeding a little bit more room for disrespect, but it is unusual. But if there's anyone who would, if there's 2 types in the Imperium that would not hesitate to disrespect an Inquisitor just because they were annoyed with them, it would be a Sororitas or a Battle Brother of the Astartes. Those are the two that would not give a shit.
Brother Caciel says, each case is a web of contradictions and falsehoods, but at the heart of every mystery lies an unassailable truth. Investigative genius. Okay. Orsosium says, it is disrespectful to not burn in front of an Inquisitor, for all are guilty. Innocence proves nothing, right?
That is their code.
Alright, so let me follow up here. And it was not 7 battle sisters, Canoness Superior. It was 6 battle sisters and 1 novitiate.
Novitiate.
Novitiate, sorry. Novitiate. I am curious, why?
Novitiate Gita was born on this planet.
She was born on Sissia, of the millions of planets. That is nothing short of
It is highly unlikely.
miraculous.
And to be fair, it is unusual unless they're part of like a local like system defense force, Cadian defense force. It's very unusual for individuals in the Imperium Special Forces, whether it's Sororitas, Inquisition, or if it really anything other than Cadians and Planetary Defense Forces. It's very unusual for someone to actually get involved in a defensive on their home planet, unless again they're stationed locally. So for Sororitas to return to her homeworld to fight is actually kind of unusual. Not unheard of. I mean, it's actually kind of common in the stories, but for like the overarching universe of 40k, it is unusual.
Okay.
Emperor, give me strength.
2 men, stab guns, and there is something coming up behind them. Hold! I don't know who's shouting that, so...
Yeah, I'm assuming it's one of the guys in the middle panel, I'm assuming? I don't know.
Hold! Wait until they reload! Yeah!
Okay, you were voicing the one in the hood.
Thy grace will help me bear it.
Now!
There are many kinds of worship.
For he will protect you from evil.
Heed his wisdom.
They all start with prayer.
Vroom.
By the martyr's bloody tears.
Novitiate Gita prays for guidance. She prays she will understand why she has been brought back here, to this place she was once so blessed to leave.
Cover me!
Battle Sister Tedra prays her bolts find their way into the hearts of the heretics. While Canoness Viridian prays for patience and restraint.
You imbecile of a man!
Do you wish our enemy more competent, Canoness?
Armed amateurs are unpredictable and dangerous. Half-wits with sentinels, deadly.
Because ammunition does not grow on trees.
What are your thoughts? This actually seems like a better one, much better than Calgar. I will say that.
So far, it's pretty accurate. I mean, Battle Sisters coming right up into battle, fighting in smaller units sometimes. Their power, everything seems accurate. I'm liking it a lot more. It seems pretty good.
Yeah. Well, let's continue.
Alright. Alright.
The blood of heretics covers the ground.
You!
Blood of men who died with a dark god in their hearts.
Well, at least there is some gratitude among the locals.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! You want to take that one? I've already voiced like 3 of them.
It is fine. You are safe now.
Their sacrifices lie thick in the air, weakening the barrier between real space and the warp.
The enemy must have gotten into the planetary defense armory. Do you think they were coming for us?
No, and I think the question we should be asking is how did these men bring a planet to the point of collapse?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I just got a shady feeling about that old lady.
Possible suicide bomber. Sister Danya can smell it.
Thank you.
By the time she recognizes the stench of chaos for what it... Yeah, okay. I call it. There it is. It is too late.
Thank you.
Where there is chaos, there is heresy.
Yeah! Aim for the head.
Okay, there you are.
Aim for the head, Nola.
But what if I hit?
Corruption, mutation, and death.
Oh, yeah, I'm really liking this so far. This is pretty accurate. Yeah, they're not pulling any bullshit. At the very least, this first issue is really good so far. The thing is, they're not even making them overpowered or anything. Like, they just showed that a sister can easily, can be tricked just like anybody else. So that's...
Yep.
I like that. They're not just overpowered badasses just killing everything in their path.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so yeah, they're really nailing this.
Battle Sister Elizabeth feels her ribs break, then her spine shatters. She knows she has but one breath left in her. She uses it to pray.
That thou wouldst bring them. Only death.
There are many kinds of worship.
Yep, so sacrifice martyrdom. That's pretty accurate as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a happy boy today. I really hope they don't pull some kind of weird zinger at the end, like, fuck you.
Rhea never had dolls growing up, so she made do playing with people. Milady Kriya, I am sorry to disturb you.
Solan, your timing leaves something to be desired.
Forgive me, milady. I thought you should know we caught these men sending messages to the ships in orbit.
How? We secured the Vox antennas days ago, and all the astropaths are under our control.
I thought so too, but there is still resistance in the city.
Somewhere deeper below the city.
Alright.
I mean, that is a little funny, but so far so good, I think.
Yeah.
How how it felt at times.
It was my fault, milady. I'm so sorry. I beg you, mistress. Forgive... Is that...
Like playing.
how you beg?
Playing God.
This does not change anything, but the disobedience is worrisome. I beg you, forgive me. I beg you, forgive me. Handle the enforcers. Make it public. A deterrent. Oh, you got a line there.
Yes, milady.
Hoist their bodies on the flagpoles, perhaps?
But playing nonetheless.
I guess, you want to voice that dude, or shall I?
I can.
I'll be careful with that one. He wants power.
Solon? No. No origin, not power. His adore lies in suffering, not power. Forgive me, forgive me. He is the kind of man who would light a candle just so he could see it snuff it out. what will he become? Oh no, let's see. If anything of all, I'm excited to see, forgive me, what he will become. Well, she is a chaos worshipper, so...
Indeed. Alright, so this is pretty good. So far, nothing bad. No drops, no middle fingers so far.
So far, so good.
Maybe Marvel came out with a good one.
Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I am as well.
The prayer flows practice from Sister Dialogus Hida's lips.
O Emperor, hear the prayers of those who with thou walk in dangerous times and dark locusts, and who die with thy name on their lips. Sister Diana, Sister Elizabeth, or Sister Isabeth, Sister Nola.
Sister Superior Cassia allows the words to fill the void of sorrow in our heart, like so many times before.
Draw them quickly to thy light, from everlasting death.
Or deliver us as a group thing, but there's only
Oh,
three of
right,
us.
sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Emperor, deliver us.
For Novitiate Gita, it is the first.
Novitiate, the quickest path to the intercity gates. It is right up ahead, Decanonus. There is a side path that will bring us to a vantage point.
We should administer last rites, Canoness.
A lesson learned only on the battlefield.
No time, Sister Hida. No hesitation, no mercy. We continue for our Emperor, for our fallen sisters.
You have established contact with the governor, Canoness Preceptor. What news?
They are pulling their forces back to the mansion and sinking the defensive perimeter surrounding it.
Meaning?
They will obliterate the structure connecting them with the rest of the underground city. It is likely to kill thousands.
You do not approve of this strategy.
Failure is not a strategy, Inquisitor. The governor has proven himself a man without mettle, and I have little patience for him. We have decoded another of your acolyte's letters. It was sent about 3 weeks ago, while he was still communicating in High Gothic, and not, well, what came later. I want to read it to you and see if it has any significance to you.
Of course, Canoness. Whatever I can do to help.
I make but little progress in my inquiries. There is no false prophet preaching, no hidden church. Yet the heresy spreads through the workers like silent fire.
Something is wrong. Fall back. Be prepared.
But I cannot see who is lighting the flame.
Enforcers we...
No man or woman is immune. Be it worker, priest, or enforcer, I have seen them all lose themselves.
These heretics show more skill, Canoness. Are they preferable to the incompetent variety?
It hardly makes a difference. 3 shots, 3 dead. Gita, you take the left. Hida, Tedra, rear, guard. Not rear guard. This fills me with a feverish dread. I am sure it is here, but I am also sure they got to it before us.
Whoosh.
Sorry. By the throne.
What is wrong, Caroness?
What else could bring this power? A great many things, Cassia. We are to be tested. My interrogations yield nothing of value. Whatever means I employ, the heretics answer with taunts and laughter. By the end, they all repeat the same mad mantra, over and over again.
We will not fail in our faith. This is what humanity was meant to be.
To be continued.
Alright, I'll be damned. We made it all the way through. Not a single negative, I have to say. It's incredibly accurate to how the sisters actually behave and act. They're not portrayed to be overpowered Mary Sues that just kick everything's ass by looking at it. Several of them actually die. So they're made to be fallible, but they're also made to be badasses. How it's supposed. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like this. I legitimately like this.
I'll be damned. Who the hell wrote this? They should write everything else going forward.
Agreed. And let's see who was the writer. Tarun Groenbeck was the writer.
Well, mad props to Tarun. You actually wrote a damn good comic.
I agree.
There was no BS. There was no Mary Sue-ness. And everything was accurate to how we understand the sisters operate in the lore. All right.
I'm going to actually let Arch know that this one actually has a good start. This one actually looks promise.
Hopefully they can keep it up with how many issues this is planning on being. But so far, it is a very good start.
Yep. I mean, there is always, of course, the possibility things could go south, but it is, like I said, this one is, the first issue at least, is legitimately good.
Yeah, and I didn't get any vibes of, like, political propaganda or ideological BS. Like, hell, the main villain is also a villain. He's also a woman. So it's not even like they pulled the trope I was expecting, which was some over the top, like, pompous dude. Like, there is a dude, yeah, it serves her, but the main villain is also a woman. So they didn't pull the trope that modern comics and modern woke storytelling has been for so long. So yeah, though they fucked up Calgar, they really are nailing it here with the sororitas stuff.
Yep. All right. Yeah, this definitely worlds better than Marnius Calgar. The only thing I could really say negative is the art style is a little bit too bright and colorful, but that is not enough to say that this is a bad comic.
No,
it is still a good comic so far.
They still maintain a dark tone overall. Yeah, the visuals are kind of bright. I do think that grainier, darker tones should have been used, but overall they did pretty damn good with what they had.
I'm actually going to go ahead and probably write a little review so far of the first issue saying that yes, this is legitimately something you might want to keep an eye on because for all the right reasons.
Yeah.
So
and hell, I went back to like the one line I thought was a little bit fishy, "You imbecile of a man." But now that I'm reading it, "You imbecile of a man," which means she didn't say like the way that's worded, she's not saying like men are imbeciles. She's saying this guy in particular is an imbecile. So even the one line that I thought when we initially read it was a bit off is actually good too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was nothing bad about this one.
Zach Kilgore says I actually like the art style. I mean, it's not the worst. The art style isn't the worst thing ever. It's just a little too bright for 40K. It would work well for a superhero comic, sure. It's just... But it's still not enough to really bring down the entire comic first issue on its own. The writing does completely justify this first issue so far. It has the intrigue, it has the action, it actually has consequences in the action.
Fallible characters, which is a sign of good writing.
Mm-hmm.
And the goals, the outer lore that they're calling upon is being held to the correct standards. So, with any luck, this will be an actual good 40K comic series done by Marvel.
Yeah.
If they can maintain this.
I'm looking forward to the next issue, I will say that. So, Asmogan, think we could see you back again when the next issue comes out?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming back for the next one. I think I might actually enjoy this again if they keep this up.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think we're going to go ahead soon. First of all, though, I am going to read the comments. Orososium says, second issue, we shall see. A fair point. Ghost Fox says, it's good, that's awesome. Brother Cacul says, you mispronounce it, but props to them. Optimus Jedi says yes, or yay. Brother Olay says, hired for every other comic. Brother Cacul says, betting it's a Dane, though. Captain Caboose says, it will fail, they always do. We'll see, we will see. I mean...
Captain Caboose is, not that I blame him, you know.
It's understandable.
With all the bad stuff coming out, I'd feel like a nihilist and a negative Nancy as well, so I can't blame him.
Yeah, I can't really blame him, but we will see.
Yeah, I don't think it's deniable that the first one was done right, though. This was done well. Might fuck up, but they didn't with this first one.
Yeah. Zach Kilgore says, I actually like the art style. I think I already did address that comment. Brother Olay says, hot damn, why wasn't Calgar like this? Very good question. And then he goes, oh, wait, Primaris. Shots fired. Ghost Fox says, if this is good, then I kind of want a Deathcore of Krieg comic. If this is good, I would actually be interested to see what this writer could do with that.
Yeah, if written by the same writer, I would definitely be down to see a Deathcore of Krieg. Again, they wrote this one incredibly accurately. So.
Orososium says, 7 players in the campaign, 2 dead, 1 session over. Strawman donates $2 says, nuns with guns and thigh armor, nice. Indeed, nice indeed. And thank you very much for that super chat there, Strawman. But I do think with the comments we are caught up on that. I think it's a good time to go ahead and call the live stream. So, yeah, this has been Ace.
Asmogan.
And we hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace